Alright, I'm back. Let's continue with this adventure thing. Um, okay, let's see how this goes. I've got another one lined up. This is Juicy. That's not me saying anything. The name is literally Juicy. Juicy Use. Let's import the next one. Swap scenes. Change names.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Ready for battle.
Up next, I think that would be music. Yeah. Man, everyone's names are understandable today. You got Lucky, Juicy, Music, right? Nothing like Ice with 3 or Optic Blade. Plane Tracer, I think let's see what you said about it. Really felt like I was doing all I can. At some points, it felt like our auto DPS wasn't really doing much. I'm not blaming the loss on anyone, but I don't understand how I could do the best I can and still lose. I realized at some points I should have been playing Tracer because of all the spam coming in, but it actually ended up as a one fight thanks to my team. Let's see how this goes. Yep. We play Tracer. So a very common flank with Tracer is to just go this way. This is just a common flank. You can blink past this and then you can flank them from behind. That's just a very, very common Tracer flank. You can also get up here. If you go, I think the rotation you have to make for that is you go inside the house, then you get up here, right? Through the house, you blink here, then you blink here. So you can also get to this window rather than having to go main, which main can be difficult if they have a lot of spam, like you mentioned. But we don't know that yet. And also, they don't have a player right now. They are down at DPS, so we should just go in and kill them. Arkanji dies, that's okay. We should be trying to pressure the Baptiste and the Mercy here, right? Blink to point. Pressure point, this is fine. That should be a free kill on the Mercy. I think you're too close. I can already tell you are a little too close and it's making your tracking more difficult. That's a free fight one. Is this console? I think this may be console. Hold on. Did you put that somewhere? Yeah, Xbox. The crosshair movement was so smooth that I was like, this has to be console. For picks, that's fine. You just win the fight. And you did win that fight. You got like 3 picks and then did a lot of damage. Good flank at the beginning. They were down one player. So maybe not like a free win, but a little bit easier than a free win. Well, a little bit easier than a normal fight, not than a free win. Job, that was good. You took a flank, you came from behind, you pressured the Mercy, you forced the Emo out, then you killed people. Yeah, he's here now. He's playing Junkrat now. He just didn't log in at the start, I guess. Again, you can also go up here. You can go around. Either are fine. Like, hold on. Let me just. If you take this rotation, you can blink to the window. If you go this way, you can actually blink all the way here. Just stand on the thing. Blink, blink. You got it. So yeah, flanks. If spam is a problem, people tend to spam main a lot. So going for a flank is probably good. Yeah, this is good. You just blink past. Yep. Wait, give it a second. Get your flank. Get a blink back. Okay, now we can go again. Focus on Mercy. That's good. Throw the pulse bomb. You could have gotten the Ryan with the pulse bomb, and it may have killed someone else as well. Little late in the pulse bomb. It's still. I wasn't gonna say it may still get the Mercy, but it didn't. Focus on Mercy. This is good. You are creating chaos and doing a lot of damage, but I don't think your team is engaging right now. Yeah. So you are creating chaos, but your team wasn't ready to push in. So right now you are kind of disconnected from your team. Like they are playing in choke, and you are doing You are doing work on the back line, but your team wasn't ready to go in. So you're basically playing 1v3 or 1v4 right now. Like, your team is so split, and you're the only one on the point right now. So let's look at it from above. Right, hold on. I want to go back and look at it from above. Okay. So your team is ready to go in, right? We start pushing, our Genji dies. You try the pulse bomb. This is fine, and your team is retreating. At this point, you cannot stay too much longer. Your Moira is in Noah, but your team is retreating means that they basically went, okay, our Genji is dead, let's regroup, let's back out, and you are still pushing forward. Like, look at your team. They are not really pushing forward, they are just fighting on choke. Try to get out. Sorry, kinda goes for the Mega and dies. Then the Sire dies. Yeah. But your team, after the Genji died, your team was like, okay, let's get out. And you stay longer, and you did get some value, but because your team was pushing out, your value was gone. You should have just gone out when your team went out. Maybe hid and prepare for the next engagement. Triple blink out of spawn is fine. That Genji is just dead, yeah. If Genji's being, like, he did die first all 3 times, so that's unfortunate. But just keep in mind, you can coordinate. If you're in comms, just tell them, group up with me. I think that Xbox does have like comms on by default. So just tell them, Genji, come with me, let's go on a flank together, which is not ideal, but at least it will mean that he will engage when you engage. You can be like, okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, let's go when your team is pushing, right? Okay, you don't want to go main here. Same flank can be a little boring. Okay, we use ults, we engage, we just go in. At this point, we are using ultimate, so we have to go further. You're trying to get damage on the Sigma, which is not ideal. Can you want to target probably the Mercy or the Lucio, but ideally the Mercy. Target priority, not great. Target focus, not great. So we started at the Sigma, we stopped at the Junkrat, we went for the Mercy for a second, now we're back on the Sigma. Now we're on the Mercy. You get dragged into a trap, that's just unlucky. You just die. So, right there, you did have a problem, which is that you were target jumping a lot. Again, you went from like Sigma, then you went on Junkrat, then you went on Sigma, then you went on Mercy. Focus one target down. Ideally, like, find a target you can kill, like Mercy, or maybe Junkrat if he's slow, maybe Lucio if he's vulnerable, and stick to them until they die, right? We've got a monkey now, so we can coordinate our dives even more. Wait for the Moira. Seriously spawning, we shouldn't go in until the Moira's ready. I'm okay with you breaking that. Monkey's staying group up with me. Monkey's trying to get you guys to... I hope that he's trying to get you to wait until you can all engage together. We are not ready to go in. Like, why are we going in? You are going in, but our team is not ready to go in. Like, in the slightest. We are putting some damage on, but look at this. Our team is still in the choke. And you're already on point. We stick with Pulse, that's a great kill. But again, our team wasn't ready to go in. Like, look how far everyone is. And the Genji is only close because he dashed and pulled his plate out. Right? Our team was not ready to go in there. I would have rather you just waited a couple more seconds until your team was ready to go in. Monkey's just getting there. At this point, it's a 1-5. Oh my god, that's unfortunate. No, it's a fight now. Kill the junk and get out. Now get out. No, just get out. Like, you got one tick, you cannot get more than one tick, just get out. Like, you and Mercy are not gonna kill everyone fast enough for everyone else to respawn. At this point, you are just stalling yourself. You should just die or get out. Die or get out. Don't keep contesting the point. There's literally no point for you to contest. Just die or get out. You're just stalling yourself. Like, this is time your team should have to wait for you to come back. So you just prevented your team from engaging for another like 20 seconds by not dying fast. You managed to get out. You have no cooldowns, but you still managed to get out. But when the fight is close, just die or get out immediately so you can prepare with your team again. Like, 4 people die. 4 people die to the Junkrat tire. It's fine. Kill the Junkrat, get some more charge, then get the fuck out. This Diva should die. Where are you? You are the Moira. That's fine. Okay, we go from the Diva to the Echo. Now we lose the Echo and we try to go for someone else. That's a Mercy you got killed. Sorry. Echo gets the Mercy. Genji gets the Mercy. We are still in the Echo. We are back on the Diva, so yeah, again, swapping targets a lot. Threw your sticky into the Sigma 8, don't do that. And there's no reason to face away. I get that it's probably difficult to do it on console, but if you hold your stick at direction, no, there you go. If you hold a stick at direction, any direction, you will blink in that direction. You don't have to be looking to where you blink. So you don't have to turn around, blink out, and turn back around. You can just hold the movement key backwards and blink backwards. Don't shoot a copy Deco when she's disperforming, that she's invulnerable. This probably is a one fighter. You can kill him, you can kill the Mercy now. Stay on the Mercy. You're blinking a lot. Like, if you're not in danger, there's no reason to blink. Like, right now, instead of making your aim harder on yourself, you could just be moving normally and shooting at people. Because there's only one person to shoot at. You don't have to blink around. They're not gonna focus you in the middle of your 6-team fight. And if they start shooting at you, you just blink away then. But overall, you guys are kinda rolling them, so I'm surprised he sent me this one. And the Genji did get a couple good blades. He's probably not great, but he has good blades, so, you know. No one that this Elo is gonna be great. I don't expect people to just pop off every fight. Okay, so, are we playing Tracer again? I'll just let it run. A good idea to do when you're playing Tracer is flanking. Turns out to be a lot. I'm surprised. A good thing to do with Tracer is start on this house for flanking reasons. You can start on the high ground, you can start on the low ground. First thing you can do is you can tell your team what they have, because they're gonna be coming this way probably. Or you can see them when they come out of spawn or when they come out main. Then you can go for them, try to kill someone. There's a Mega inside the house. You can recall inside the house as well. So, pretty good. If you're playing inside, this is a lot less safe, but your team is very far forward as well. Like, this is not gonna surprise anyone, because your Moira is rolling lead right here. Yeah, you should have gone and killed her. The McCree missed your head, but he should have killed you. So, yeah, don't be there. That's a very predictable flank. We get a mini, we get back to the fight. Back in the fight. Don't try to do the McCree like that. McCree is not your target, right? Your target should be Mercy. This composition, you go for Mercy, maybe Lucio if he's low. But we shouldn't be going for McCree. We should just try to find Mercy. If you have to take the 1v1, you can take the 1v1. But you're not gonna get the most value by dueling the McCree. Mercy's a good target. Stay on the Mercy. You go for the Roadhog, then you go again for the Mercy. He's got flashbang, so be careful. Now you go for the McCree. Can swapping targets a lot. And again, you don't want to 1v1 the McCree. He missed the headshot again, so don't expect this to happen a lot in high ranks, because it's very easy to hit a headshot when you flashbang someone. You die because you went too deep and tried to 1v1 the McCree and you didn't have a way out. This is a lost fight though. Yeah, just regroup. Again, predictable flank. If you're gonna blink back and forth instead of side to side, you should be AD strafing. Yes. But also, I just mean like, when there's no one on point, when there's a single person on point, you don't have to blink. Like, you've got your entire team focusing them down. You can just try to shoot at them rather than just make your aim harder by blinking around. That's mostly what I meant. Oh, you mean just now against McCree? Yes. If you're gonna just blink back and forth like this, forward and backwards, you should still be moving to the sides with your joystick. Yeah. Going in with 4 versus the backline is, yeah, it's a bad idea. Again, your flank needs to be less predictable. And you need to focus someone down and get out, right? Like I said. Focus the Mercy until you kill her, then get out. And probably don't take the duel against the McCree instead, especially if he's pocketed. Like, why are we playing here? This is not a flank. How is... Okay. So, if you're gonna be playing like this, maybe play Reaper. Like, look how close you are to the Roadhog. You could kill him if you were Reaper. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, something I really like to do with Tracer is playing inside the house. Hold on, where's the... Here. Something I really like to do is play inside the house, scout for my team, and when they're moving forward, then I go in for the backline. I can try to get a pick, and I can come back to the house where I got a mega. If they try to push me, I can just blink to the window, right? So I really like this certain position for a flank. This is really bad because it's both predictable and you don't have an easy escape. So if you play here, you just kind of drop, you can come back, you got a mega. It's a lot better, and because you are engaging, when you recall, you will recall inside again, rather than just recalling to your same position. Hello, too much for you. Thank you for the follow a while back. So I was saying, why are you playing this close in front of them? So 2 things wrong. First one, you're playing very close to the Roadhog. Secondly, you just went in from the front line. Fact that you're dead. You should have died. Did you get in? Did your diva eat it? Did it get cancelled? It got cancelled, I think. But you blinked, you fucked up your blink, so you couldn't get out of line of sight. Then you recalled back into his line of sight. Now Macro's dead, now Diva's dead, 5-1. Don't worry about the point, it's a 2v2, right? But you guys won the fight on the front line, so just kill people here and then you can come back. Don't focus the Roadhog again. Roadhog is probably the least valuable target for you. I take that back. You can shoot the Roadhog, but ideally you just want to kill the Mercy first. The reason for shooting the Roadhog is to farm your boost bomb, right? You can shoot the Roadhog from a distance to farm your boost bomb, but when you are already committed like this, you should be focusing like the Mercy. Like, you're never gonna kill the Roadhog while he's pocketed, and because it's Roadhog, you do swap to the Mercy eventually. That Roadhog should die. You don't even need to boost bomb him, he's just dead. Yep. Solid. Now we go for a flank again. If you push into the backline as the frontline is pushing into yours, it's likely they can turn around to help. Yes. Basically, I just want to get value by either getting picks or distracting the frontline from the... Like, I've said this before during a Tracer VOD review I did. Hold on. I really like this example. I do VOD reviews for anyone, but if you join my Discord and post it, I'll probably do it in that order. I've already done a couple from my Discord. But yeah, I just take requests from the chat mostly. Okay, so what I said, I really like this position, for example. If their tanks are going in, right? So maybe they have a Reinhardt here, right, pushing, and the Rana is here. and I don't know, maybe they have like a McCree here. Let's just call it M. If you go in at this point, right? Let's say you, I fucked it up. Reinhardt, Shield, Anna, McCree. If you blink above and drop on the Anna, and try to kill the Anna, even if you do not kill the Anna, forcing the Anna to turn around to try to deal with you means that the Reinhardt doesn't get healed for like however long you can stay here. So that actually benefits your team a lot. Because you are basically taking the attention of the Anna away from her Reinhardt. And the more you distract the Anna, again, even if you do not kill her, the more you distract the Anna, you are still getting value by preventing their Reinhardt from getting healed. Meanwhile, your Reinhardt can push into the Reinhardt because we should have like an Anna. Talking like a mirror situation for ease of explaining. So our Ryan is getting healed and he can just run over the Reinhardt, right? Do I make sense? If you go for a backline push and you draw the attention of one person, or a 1v1 for example, then this person can help the frontline. This is why it's really good to go for high output healers like Anna, Baptiste, not Moira because Moira can just escape. Even like Mercy, Zenyatta who get high value, because if you can take their attention away from the front line, then your tanks have an advantage. And it often happens that if you go for a weak target like an Anna, it will not be enough with a 1v1 to win, right? She will need peeling. She will need maybe a McCree, right? And if you got Anna and McCree dueling you on the backline while you play safe, then your team is basically having a 5v4 on the front line. Without a healer and without the McCree damage. So your team should win this fight easily. So long as you're getting value by pushing into the backline and drawing the attention of their main healer and maybe someone else for extra value, then you're getting value. On the other hand, if you engage when it's literally just the entire enemy team here, just doing nothing and your team is holding here, and you go in, they can all just turn around and kill you. And you're getting no value from that. Because even if the same situation, right? Ryan's here, McCree's here, and Dan is here, and your team is holding point and they're just moving forward, and you drop on the Anna, even if you kill the Anna, or even if you just annoy the Anna for like 10 seconds, which is a very long time, they're just gonna turn around and kill you, and you're getting no value from the front line because your tanks are not engaging. That's why you really, really want to time your flanks when your tanks push, or when your tanks are engaging in the fight, or when their tanks are engaging in the fight onto your tanks. Because that way what you're doing is you're drawing attention away from the backline. That it means that they cannot have the front line, and your front line should have a much easier time getting value against their own tanks. I hope that was clear enough. You go for another flank here. You can just try to kill the Lucio. It's you and Genji, you should kill the Lucio. Okay, we don't do that. Like, again, flanking is important, and you just jumped in front of the entire enemy team. Which, like, even, again, if you want to farm the D.Va for all, you can do that, but right now there's no value in trying to do that. You're probably not gonna kill the Lucio anymore, because he's got peeling from the D.Va, he's got healing from the Mercy, right? He's a Lucio, so he can just escape. You just, again, threw your pulse bomb into an E, so don't do that. If people can see you when you engage, you are very predictable. If instead you take a flank, that's where you get the most value. If people can look in the same direction that they are already looking and see you, they are gonna, like, you are not getting enough value just from going in front of them. So don't just go in front of them. Try to get to the backline and get the attention of the people that will actually matter the most during a fight. We recall, we get out. We have no blinks and no recall, so we can't really push too far in. You're trying to shoot people, I'm fine with this, but again, Tracer's French is pretty good. So I'm fine with you just poking at them because your entire team is here. But you're basically playing here right now like a soldier, just standing in the middle of your team and shooting. You really should be focusing on flanking a little more. Like, the first flank you did on the first point was pretty good, actually. You won the fight, and you killed people even though they were one down. Okay, so we got 1, 2 dead. It's 3 dead. Time to get back to point. Yep, just no, go back. I think you fucked up the blinks. Or you're looking for the echo. Don't worry about the echo so much. Just get back to point. Get back to your team. The echo's low. That's fine. She's out. So that's good enough value, right? You force the echo away. We just group here and wait. We just wait. Again, we're playing on the front line. We shouldn't be doing this. We should be looking for a flank. You should either be looking to flank around. You should be getting to this high ground. I think you can get it from here. You can blink. Tracer's blink actually has a little bit of a height. I think if you just jump and blink onto spaces, I think you can stand here as well and jump up. So you can get here, then jump here, blink here, then get up. But again, there's no reason to be playing the front line. I like this a lot more. We are giving them too much room. Why are we waiting? Like you should have pushed already. Your team is just dying, and you're just waiting here. You try to get the mercy. There was no reason for you to like. Oh, let's go back. So you ask, could you be getting more value? Yes, you could be getting a lot more value by going on the flanks earlier and not just playing on main and engaging when your team is engaging. Like, look at this. Right? Your team needs help right now. If you had been on the flank earlier at the beginning, then you could be engaging right now because they are pushing in. Instead, you played here for a few moments, then you started going on the flank. So that's already not great because we are starting the flank late. Our monkey dies and we are now on the flank and they are pushing in, right? They're using ultimates. They use just the bulk and the bomb and they have ultimates, they beat. They threw a bomb in and it's gonna kill someone, yep. So why are we waiting here? We really need, our team really needs you to help. And you just waited so long that there's no one left for you to go on the backline. Right? Then you see the mercy. And you can just shoot her. Right now you're about to blink past her. Why do you blink past her? Why is that? Why did you do that blink? You can't just keep shooting the mercy. Just reload and keep shooting the mercy. She would not have escaped you, and she would not have had a chance to escape you if you just keep shooting her rather than blink around a lot. Yeah, you could have definitely. She just died. She just suicided on top of the mines, but you could have killed the mercy very easily at the beginning. She didn't even know you were there. And instead of just shooting her, you blink past her. At this point, you just try to stall. Yeah, this is just stalling. Throw your pulse bomb into the thick of the things. You have to contest here. Yeah. Good pulse bomb. Great pulse bomb. Try to make it a habit to blink unpredictably, even if it's against the mercy. You can get the same value by just ADing, by the way. And blinking back and forth is just making it harder on you. Like, blinking unpredictably is good if you're taking a 1v1 against a McCree. Right? If you're taking a 1v1 against a McCree, blinking past him to try to trick him into using his stun could be good. If you're 1v1 a Genji or a Tracer, trying to get cooldowns out of them could be good. But if you're just going on the backline, other than maybe dodging a Nana Sleep or a Nana Nade, there's no reason for you to be blinking back and forth like that. You can get the same value from ADing or even blinking horizontally. Again, you don't have to be blinking in the direction you're pressing. I'll show you that in a second, actually. This is a long one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a very long one. Try and... That's usually how you do things, yeah, but you don't want to train that you always want to be blinking back and forth, because that's not how you usually do it. That's for very specific tools. And it can be a good tool, like blinking back and forth can be a really good tool. But you don't want to be doing it like every time. It's just for certain tools to try to force cooldowns or trick cooldowns out of the opponents. So you can blink past, like, if McCree is right here, right? You can blink past the McCree, wait a second, then blink back, so he tries to turn around and use the flashbang. Because if you blink past the McCree, then he will try to turn around and use his flashbang. And by blinking back, you are now behind him, and you can shoot him for free. But if it's a Mercy, and you are behind the Mercy, then there's no reason for you to blink past the Mercy. You just keep shooting her until she dies. This is a lost fight, probably. Lucius dead, but we should try to get back to the point. Or at least back to your team. Yeah, more dead. We stayed way too long in that fight. My tracking a bit, it's pretty doggy. Oh, so this comes back to what I said at the very beginning of the game. You're playing too close. You're just playing too close with Tracer. The thing is, I'll show you this on the practice range later, but Tracer range is pretty good. Like, you can be here and still do full damage with Tracer. And the correction you have to do for tracking here is minimal. Like, if to shoot, I assume that the D.Va goes this way. If to Chaser, you only have to move your joystick a little bit. If you're here instead, like where you died, if the D.Va makes the same movement to the same spot, you have to move your joystick all of this instead, right? So it's a very big difference. And you could really improve your tracking just by playing a little bit further away. Ah yeah, drops are turned on by default. This fight, you just stay too long. If you have your Overwatch, your Blizzard account, your Battle.net account link, you get drops for the current Symmetra challenge. That's what it means. So yeah, if you have your Battle.net, I think you have to do it from your account settings. Like, it's a thing for the whole site, for Twitch. So you have to do it from your account settings. I gotta teach you how to do that one. But yeah, if you link your account, you just get, like, I think it's some Symmetra sprays and stuff like that for the current Symmetra event that Blizzard is hosting. Ken, why? Just this is not a good flank, right? I've already talked about it. Not only is it predictable, but you did one of the big things. Just linked it. Nice. Then you should be like at the bottom of the screen, just below the title. You should be seeing like drops enabled. Just stay watching to earn some drops, something like that. One of the reasons I don't like these flanks is because when you recall, you're just recalling to the same place you are already in. Like, if you get pressured here and you have to recall, you're gonna do this. Boop, 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 boop. You're just gonna die again. Or die. Recall is basically a free life, but you know what I mean. Instead, that's why I really like this one. This flank. Just play here. You can poke, you can peek, you can see, oh, they have, like, Roadhog, I see a Roadhog, I see a D.Va and a Mercy. Okay. Now I wait here, and when they start going in, I can engage from here. And if I have to recall, I'll just come back to the safety of the house. Like, I will not be surprised if you just get discovered here and killed, by the way. I can really heal the D.Va shooting out to your left. I have an echo again. Look at that. You don't ever want to be this close to the Roadhog. Like, blinking past them is fine, but look at this. By being here, you're basically taking a 1v2 against a McCree and a Roadhog. You're gonna die here. You should just get out. Oh, and you recalled too early. I would have blinked out, away. And now you're literally in front of the McCree. If the McCree has, like, any reaction time, he'll just stand you and kill you. Not enough, and you get out. But that was very dangerous. Flanking with a Reaper is okay. And again, I like it a little bit more because at the very least, you are actually flanking. You're like going behind them rather than just starting where you think they will not see you. So we get the kills on them. Or rather, Reaper gets the kills on them. And now that he's on Reaper, he's doing a lot more than when he was on Genji. He did basically just save your ass, huh? Okay, just try to kill the Lucio, and now we get out. We go out to... I was gonna say our flanking spot or our team, but this is not the flanking spot I meant. I'm just gonna get killed again. That McCree can't shoot heads for shit. But he did kill you because again, this is just not a good spot. It's not like... You cannot get support from your team from here, and it's open to their team, so this is basically a very, very disadvantageous spot for you. Let's wait until you come back. Probably just fight, yeah. And I'm not gonna say that happened because you died first, but you could, if you had been on the backline still, then maybe the Roadhog would have been looking behind, or maybe their Diva would have not been looking forward, and they would have been focused on peeling, and they would not just have hooked and kill your Reinhardt. If you're going, by the way, if you're going to go in, go in. You got blinks. You are the one of the heroes with the most mobility in the games. You can take a blink forward, do some damage, and then blink back if you have to. You don't have to play from this far away. Like you are doing no damage. You are literally doing no damage. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. You are doing like 1 damage from this range. It's not even enough to charge your pulse bomb. Just take your blinks. Use your blinks. Blink forward, do damage, blink back. Blink at this range, it's like a lot more damage for you, but also they still don't have anything to kill you. Unless McCree 2 taps you immediately. Because 1 headshot from McCree is still not enough to kill you. We're waiting for a flank. I like this, just don't go too early. You really want to make sure that people are going past. Especially like the McCree. Okay, too early. McCree is not your target. Mercy is your target. Should have I contested that? No. I don't think you should have contested that. I think what you could have done is you could have played closer, do a little more damage, bother them, and if your Hammond goes in, then maybe contest, right? Because you basically probably not going to be enough by yourself, but if your Hammond goes in and you're close enough to capitalize on it, maybe he pass slams the Mercy in the air, or maybe he pal drives the McCree on the air, right? And while they're there in the air, you can kill them. Then maybe it's winnable. I don't think you should have contested it. I do think you could have been here, being a little bit more annoying, and maybe drawn them away from the point. Then maybe if your goal boy's in, you can blink past them and shoot at them, or do whatever. But I don't think you should have contested it. I do think you should have played a little closer to actually do damage. Again, McCree's not our target. Mercy should be a target. McCree's extremely oblivious, and I don't know how you don't kill him. Taking the high ground is fine, just go back to your team. Shoot at the Diva, she got hooked, shoot at Diva. This is death. Yeah. That's just let's call that one unlucky. High noon, alts. Probably a fight. They don't have spam. I guess they go spam at the very end. That's why you said spam. Reaper again. Echo Reaper, not your target. She's already used salt. And it's already about to burn out. So you should focus maybe like even the Diva or anyone else who will actually take damage. I swear to God I got hooked to the ground. It may happen that if you're... The thing Overwatch does is that it favors client attacking client. So maybe he hooked you, but on your screen the hook was like 40 milliseconds too late due to ping. Yeah, probably not from his point of view. Is what I'm getting at. From his point of view, you probably were where he was during this replay, but on your screen you probably were 40 milliseconds or whatever your ping is away, and it looked like he hit you to the ground. Again, target priority. Don't shoot an ulting Gecko while she has got copy. Try to shoot, I don't know, the Mercy, the Lucio, the McCree, anyone who might actually die. So target priority. That's one of the biggest things I can say are targets, both priority and focus, right? And I mean focus in the sense that you are changing targets a lot. You are starting to shoot at someone, then you go to someone else, then you go back, then you go to someone else, then you go back, right? Which is not good. You just want to keep on this one target. And then flanks. Both timing and positioning. Positioning. These are the big things I see right now. aim again. Like, okay, this is perfect to explain the aim thing. Of course, aiming in console is probably harder, and I don't have tips to actually improve your aim on console other than practicing. But I do think that here, look, McCree, not looking at you, right? This is a free pick. All you have to do is aim at him and keep your cursor on him. You can move your. It's probably easier to AD on the joystick because all you have to do is move your left thumbstick a little bit. You'll do this. But alright, let's go slower with this. Shoot at McCree. There's no reason for you to get closer, because getting closer is making your shots more difficult. Rather than just having to move your joystick to the left, you have to move it to the left and back to compensate for the fact that you're moving forward. Instead, just move to the left and right, ADing. It's called ADing because that's what you do on keyboard. You just go AD, AD, AD. But instead, just move left to right, and you don't have to compensate as much with your joystick. And because you are further away, the distance his head moves is a lot less to compensate with. You blink past him. He literally ignores you. You keep moving forward, and you have a hard time tracking him because you keep trying to follow him forward. Then we swap to the D.Va, who's a less ideal target. Then we go back to the McCree. Then we swap to the D.Va. See what I mean about target focus? Then we swap to the Lucio. We recall. We keep shooting at the Echo or the D.Va. You push from this. Okay, push from. You have to throw it out there. It's probably gonna get value. Good value. You die here. You D.Va again, but you die, yeah. So do you see what I mean about target focus? You could have probably killed the D.Va a lot earlier if you had focused the D.Va down. The McCree if you stayed on the McCree. The Lucio if you stayed on the Lucio. You just weren't focusing any targets down. You are doing a little bit of damage here, a little bit of damage there, and that lets them heal back up, and you probably can't confirm kills.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
Don't get punished for mistakes because it's a pretty low elo. That's the ideal is to think about it. Sorry. The idea is usually play like for the elo you want to be, not the elo you are. So yes, don't get punished for your mistakes, but usually just doing things a little bit better will get you higher by comparison. We're just waiting. Again, no reason to go main. Take a flank. Tracer, flanking. We're not fast. We just have Lucio speed boost. So they're holding here, right? Again, this is a great time to take one of the flanks I spoke about earlier. They're holding the choke, and yeah, this is what I think you meant when they said spam. So to deal with spam as Tracer, you can actually do it, and you can be a very big value. Because if you, like, say you take the Junkrat away from the fight, then they lose a lot of the spam damage from the Junkrat, right? All you have to do is take a flank. Rather than just pushing main, just rotate to here, take the window, go back, or just blink through the left and get to the backline, right? If you get to the backline and kill people or even force point, just touching point is maybe enough to draw one or two people back. And again, by drawing them back, you are taking their value away from the front line. So all you have to do is take a flank or take a flank, get to the point or get to the back line, put pressure on them. Like even if you want to touch point, you can still shoot at them from here. Put pressure on them. If the Pharah comes, you can play inside. You can go to the Mega. You can come back. You can shoot at them. And if you distract the Pharah by being Tracer versus Pharah Mercy, you are doing a 1v2. Your team is fighting a 4v5, and they should win the fight. You know, right? If you distract the Junkrat, again, first you can probably win a 1v1 against the Junkrat, so long as you keep your distance. Because again, Tracer is really good at like 10 meters distance. And Junkrat just got free spam, and this is very open, so you can probably kill the Junkrat. But also you take the Junkrat away from the front of the line. which means that they don't have that spam damage anymore, and your team will have an easier time pushing. Instead, I'm gonna guess you just go main, and you try to go main every time. That's why you had problem with spam. Pile drive, we don't go for it. We are just like to stand here and shoot. We might as well be playing soldier, right? They are doing so much spam damage. We really don't want to stand on their front line and take a million damage. You really want to go for the flank. Also, spam the group up because we are just trickling in at this point. Do you go for the flank here, or do you still go main? No, we still go main. Our brother manages to get a pick, that's really good. We go for the point, that's fine. We need to set up a flank again. Again, we don't want to be on the front of their line of sight, right? If they come back to point, right? If their Sigma gets here and he starts looking this way, we shouldn't be the first thing he sees. But this should be a win fight, a one fight. Your brother got 2 picks. Like this, you go far left, so if he wants to defend that way, he can look at you. So I like this angle. Gantho, Sigma, probably not a priority. You can prevent the rest of the Mercy. Target priority, Sigma still probably not the best. You swap to Pharah, then you go back to Sigma. Pharah did die. Mercy's on point. Free. Mercy's a free pick right now. Now we're on Roadhog. Who's salting. Now it's a 1-5. Lucio, oh that's Jungler, I think on Lucio. He was so far up that I thought he was a Lucio. Just push him. Just push him. You can kill him. Like, we know he's there, right? Just push him. Just go this way, try to find him and kill him because he's alone. Like, look at yourself. I would have been here, and when he ulted, you could just kill him. Unlucky. But if you weren't playing there, then you wouldn't have gotten killed by it. We still got point though. See this? No, you guys just don't cap. I was gonna say, this is a 12 CP map. Didn't actually know about those routes, but I'll try to use them from now on. There's always like 3 routes on every map. There's always main and 2 flanks that you can lag, by the way. Did yeah, I did drop a couple frames. It's fine. It should be fine now, though. In any case, there's always 3 routes on like every map that you can take. There's always main and usually 2 more. There are exceptions to this, like Hanamura has main and only the window. And you have to get through choke to get to the other routes. But there's usually like 1 main choke and 2 flanks you can take. And most maps have that. And with Tracer you can really abuse those routes. Like here again, you can go this way. You can go through the window on top. You don't have to go to main. Like, and you don't have to go through here either, right? Like, you've been doing this a lot, where you come this way and go this way. You can blink past the hole here. If you know what you're doing, you can just blink from here. And you can practice it, but it's pretty simple. You can just blink from here to here. Blink. I think it takes 2 blinks. And it's a much better flank for you, because rather than if you play here, you are still in front of them. If you play here, you are behind them, and you can get to the back line, and you can draw them away from the front line, right? You can just come this way. Look at this. A free Mercy. A lot of damage for free. Rather than from here, you can't do anything, right? You got a Sigma and a Roadhog on the front line. But this much distance gives you a Mercy. So yeah, take the flanks. Too long don't read. The way to deal with spam as Tracer is to go for the backline and turn the attention away from your team. Okay, attempted the pulse bomb. I think you just missed it. I think you barely missed the stick on the Mercy. This is fine. Again, I'm fine with you shooting at the Roadhog for ult charge, but you can probably get more value by shooting at the Symmetra or the Mercy. Look at how low the Mercy is. You can see it right here. Why are you shooting? Like, look at how low she is. Just kill the Mercy instead. Target priority. You could have killed the Mercy before B. If you had been shooting a Mercy. We B. They Siggled. We swap to Sigma. We are still on Sigma. He finally dies. Now we swap targets. Are we also again too close? So tracking Symmetra is very difficult. There's the Symmetra ult and Barrage, and this is probably a lost fight. We still have to use everything we got, but so Roadhog versus Symmetra, then Mercy, you die. Probably a lost fight. So I don't think that you lost the game. I don't think you lost the game, but I do think you could have done a lot more to win it. Especially taking flags, right? Because if you come this way and you just kill Mercy, your team can just push in and they only have Lucio heals, right? So I do think you could have done more to win it. Both gonna attach. He touched too early. You need to touch just 3 seconds to trigger overtime. He's not even gonna trigger overtime because he touched too late. Okay, Ball triggers overtime. Growth of dice and we come back. It's the last fight anyway. And this is just us. So yeah, the biggest things, I'll put them again. Let's go first with the flanking. Both the... I can hear the frustration. It's fine. Let's go with flanking first. First, the timing of flanks. This is probably the most important one. I wrote everything but timing. That was not a word that I wrote. Timing. Try to go for the backline when your team is engaging on when they are engaging onto your team. Because that means you are taking resources away from the engagement. By pressuring the Rana or the Mercy or whoever, right? And the other one is positioning. Every map has at least 3 routes you can take, usually. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but I usually have 3 routes you can take where you can get to the backline a lot easier. And as you get higher up the ranks, people will be watching those flanks and you will not have it as easy to just blink there and get it for free. You may have to contest the flank to then push the flank. Like you may have to 1v1 a Tracer, and once you trace the Tracer away, then you can push the flank. Or maybe you just 1v1 the Tracer and you stay 1v1 the Tracer for a long time until your team does something or gets killed. But too long don't read. Flanks are pretty good. Taking a different route that takes you to the backline is usually a really good way to play Tracer, especially into compositions that just spam main. If you wanted to just stand on the main choke and shoot, you could go Soldier, right? He does more damage, he has more range, he's got a seeding station, he just does more for that role than just standing on main and shooting. But Tracer is really good at flanking. So start looking for those routes. Like even on this point, you can go this way. Like I said, you can go this way, you can blink, go this way. You can take the window, you can go this way. Not great, but if they're holding choke, then maybe you can do some damage. You can go this way with this because you can go this way. You can take all the way around and get your point, right? You can come from here. There's a lot of routes. There's a lot of routes you can take. And you should be switching the map. Like, hold on, let me clear the board. If this didn't work, or if this didn't work, try a different one. Or even if it works and you like, don't win the fight, but you got 2 ticks, they will be expecting you to do this. So change it up. Just do different ones. Try to surprise the enemy backline, which will be very, very good at high ranks. And just kill them. Just try to put pressure on them. Even if you don't kill them, by distracting them, you are getting value. So that's it about flanking mostly. Timing and positioning or other routes. The other one is flanking. The other one was targets. And for this one, we got target priority, which means that if they got a Mercy and a Roadhog and a Symmetra, you probably want to kill the Mercy first, right? And the other one is focus. Like, always think about who can I kill? Like, you're not going to kill a Roadhog, right? But you should be thinking about who can I kill on the enemy team that will get my team the most value. If you kill the Mercy, they have no healing, right? If you kill the Symmetra, that reduces a lot of the damage they can do. But Mercy should be your target because she has press as well. So Mercy is really good. Ana is really a great target because Ana does a lot of healing. So just by pressuring the Ana and taking her away from the fight, you can get value even if you don't kill them. Same with the Zenyatta, he doesn't have healing, but he does a lot of damage, right? So taking the attention of a Zenyatta away from the fight can be really good as well. And the other one is target focus, because you keep swapping targets, you will start shooting like Rothok, then swap to Mercy, then Mercy is probably the right target, but you see a D.Va, so you swap to D.Va, and then maybe you lose the D.Va, so you go back to whoever, and then you see Mercy again, so you go back to Mercy. So stop doing that. Just find the target you want to kill, and kill them. And if they get away, like if Mercy Guardian Elges too far or whatever, then you can swap once, but don't just keep swapping for no reason. Like reloading is not a reason to swap. I noticed that you do this a lot, that you do a reload, and after the reload, you just forget what you were shooting and start shooting whatever is in front of you. Don't do that. If you have to reload, it's fine, but keep shooting whatever you were shooting before to try to guarantee the pick, to try to actually get the pick. Those are the biggest things, just flanking and targets. So now I'm gonna go to the practice range because I wanna show you range, Tracer's range mostly. Tracer. So you're playing Tracer here. Like, look at this. That's good damage, right? You can be here and you can still do the same amount of damage. Like, Tracer's range is 13 meters, so that even from here you can still one-clip people. This is Tracer's range. You don't need to be playing here. Also, playing here makes it more difficult to keep track on people's heads or hitboxes, because you have to move your mouse a lot more, or your joystick a lot more, to compensate. Like, if I take, like, I'm gonna take 3 steps to the right here. 1, 2, 3. Look how far away I have to move my mouse, right? If I'm here, like, they just 3 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3. Look at this distance. It's so much less for my mouse, right? If I want to track him, I just blink a little bit to the left and keep shooting. If I want to do it from here and take 3 steps, I have to turn like 45 angles and face an entire different way. Something else we were talking about, also this range is really good, because if you don't kill someone, if maybe you miss a couple shots, you can blink in melee and blink out. I didn't kill him, but you can, at this range, you can blink in melee, get out, and for free damage. Whereas if you're playing here, if you try to blink, you will just blink past them. You will not be able to melee. So, this range usually really good. Again, hold on. Just see, blink in, melee, get out, you just kill them. Where's my UI? Why is it not showing that? Anyway, I hope I explained the range properly. The biggest advantage is that, first, playing at this range, again, you can make your aiming easier, because you have to move your joystick less to compensate for, well, their movement. Aim isn't really good enough to hit a good amount of shots from this range. It's actually easier to shoot from this range than it is to shoot from this range, right? Like, from this range, sure. But from this range, if they... let me find a moving one. Maybe I can show it with a moving one. It's really not about aim. Like, this is not about aim. If I want to track this bot, right? He's moving back and forth. If I want to keep track of him, if I'm here, I have to move my mouse a lot. If I'm all the way back here, when he moves forward, I just have to move my mouse a little bit. And it's actually a lot easier to aim. Like, aiming from this range is easier than aiming from this range, because of how much less you have to move your mouse and your joystick. Especially if you are ADing, like ADing, crouch spamming, right? Just AD, crouch spam, whatever. Aiming from this range just makes it a lot easier. If you are all the way up here, then it becomes a lot more difficult, because you have to, right? You have to keep track of them, you have to move in that direction, you have to compensate for your movement a lot more, because if you are ADing at this range, just a single step means you have to flick your mouse. Whereas if you're ADing at this range, you just have to, it's a lot easier to compensate for it. So trust me and give it a shot. Go to the practice range and try aiming from both ranges and see which one is easier to track with. And you'll see that it is a lot easier to drag with a little more range. You don't have to be like right up in their faces. You can be a little bit further away. In fact, don't work up because of lag. Just go to the practice range and try it out. You'll see that it's actually very helpful to just put a little more distance between them, between you and them. The last thing I wanted to say is about the blinking. Okay, so let's go find the McCree actually. Hero, McCree. So, if McCree's playing there, right? As soon as McCree's playing there, he's moving to the sides a little bit and whatever not. If you come to this range, he can stun you. You are in his stun range, right? He can use abilities, he can right click you very easily. If you're playing at this range, he can just stun you and kill you, right? If you're playing at this range, you are out of his stun range, but you are still within your range. And it's very difficult for McCree to kill you fast when you're just blinking from side to side and trying to kill him from different angles. McCree's got to be really good to keep track of you through as you move to the sides. If you blink closer, you are getting into his range. So, ideally what you want to do is you want to play at your range, which is this, about 10 meters. Just spamming his direction, it's fine if you miss shots. I'm just spraying in his direction. But it's fine if you miss shots, right? Maybe you don't kill him, maybe that's fine, whatever. But it's a lot safer than playing this close, where, yeah, you can one-clip him a little bit easier, maybe, but you're playing inside his range and he can just kill you. And if he's moving, again, if he's moving, then if you have to do this, it's a lot harder than just having to do this to keep track of his head. Because you're just moving your mouse a lot less. And the last thing is blinking fast and forward. It's good against McCree, but if you got a Mercy, like, hold on, let me get a Mercy. What's Mercy gonna do? Mercy can't kill you. Mercy doesn't have any cooldowns. Just kill her. If McCree maybe, yeah, maybe you can blink past McCree to try to bait him into turning around and using his stun, right? I fucked up. But yeah, Mercy doesn't have any cooldowns like that. So you can just stay here, shoot at her, AD maybe a little bit if you're concerned about damage. Or by AD I mean left and right in the joystick, just doing this. Right? But yeah, just practice just playing a little bit further away. Alright. That was the short and long of it. Oh! I guess it doesn't show anymore when you kill bots in the kill feed? That's weird. Yeah, I guess it doesn't. It does when I kill Mercy, yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, anyway, that's the biggest advice I can give you. Hold on. Target, flanking, and distance. And don't try, like I will say this, don't try to do everything at once. Try figure things out one by one, because try to do everything at once will just overwhelm you. Just try just start with distance. Distance is the easiest one out of all of them, because going from playing like this to playing like this should make you feel a lot more comfortable. Just overall, it's gonna be a big change. So start with distance, then start incorporating things into your playstyle, bit by bit. See how it works out. And just tell me how it goes, and we'll see how it goes, right? Okay, I think I have one more. I have music left. That's gonna be my last one for the day. But before that, I'm gonna take another hydration break because I just speak too much. I'll be right back.